Hello and welcome to today's episode of making a project because the project that I'm currently working on for a video is taking too long. I make these little bun shrooms, as I like to call them, because you can put them in your hair, especially when you have it in a bun. I really like making them and then subsequently giving them away. So I have run out of my favorite kind of hair accoutrement because I can make more of them. Of course I want to give them away because they're cute and people like them. And I feel like a little, fairy blessing someone's day with a tiny mushroom to put in their hair. Anyway, so that's what I'm making today. I don't know why I picked this up. This is a little sneak peek of my next project, which I'm staring at right now and is taking a really long time. It's gonna take a long time to finish, but that's okay. It's gonna be great. I think you're gonna like it. Oh, also, oh my goodness, thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. I literally didn't know if that day was ever gonna come. That's insane. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. Thrilled to bits that you're all here, and I hope that you like this video, because it's gonna be a fun one. This project is so simple. You only need a few materials to make these. Clay, wire to put inside the mushrooms, and then these bobby pins. It's not exactly a bobby pin. These are called Conair Pin and Hold. I don't know exactly what they're called. We used to use these in dance to make the perfect little ballet bun. So this is what you start with, and I'll show you more how to do them. But first I gotta warm up this clay because this clay is so crumbly unless you warm it with your hands. It's still a little stiff and crumbly because it's it's pretty old. But it'll still work for today's purposes. You don't need the best materials, you just need something that you can shape. You could probably do the same thing with air dry clay, but a lot of air dry clay is gonna be pretty brittle. So I like polymer clay because you can bake it in the oven and it's usually pretty malleable. I have my wire. I take my wire, and if I don't have my wire cutters, I just do this because I don't want to get my wire cutters out. That's literally it. And I'll wrap this guy from one side to the other, just to give the clay something to kind of grab onto. Then I twist the wires together. Unless I'm making two separate mushrooms, this one's just going to be a single, and that will add a little more stability to my little mushroom. There's the start. And I'm gonna make this in two separate pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and make the stalk. So, take a piece, roll it out. I'm actually gonna just straight up cut this in half. You can use a knife, you can use scissors. This clay is pretty cool, even though it's crumbly and inconvenient if you have tragically, chronically cold hands. It does have some neat properties to it. We smush it around, trying to hide the wire as best as we possibly can. It's not the smoothest process. You'll just keep smushing the clay until you've hidden the wire inside. So sometimes it takes a while to completely cover the wire and get it exactly how you want it. Ta-da! Okay, so now we're gonna shape the cap and the little flared bit. Because I like to put a little, I don't even know what it's called. I think it's, yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what it's called. It's part of the mushroom. But again, I make a little snake. I smush it. This is real complex stuff. I'm kidding, I'm joking. And then I'll put it around the end of the mushroom. So now it looks like a little earthworm. This is gonna look funny until it's done. That's how a mushroom is though. Mushrooms always look suspicious until they're complete. So don't you think nothing of it. So you'll make like a circle and then kind of flatten it out. Like this. And depending on how you want it, you can make it all kinds of shapes. That's what's kind of fun about this, is that you can make it however you want it to be. I then put a little hole in the top, little indentation, and I stick the end here. Now this clay, like I said, is a little different. It doesn't want to adhere to itself all that much. I'm gonna make another one. Got all kinds of scrap clay up here that I think would work even better than the Papa's clay that I'm using, because even when I warm it up, it's still just kind of a stiff, crumbly clay, which is workable. I mean, I made something with it, but it's not my favorite, which is the nice way of saying I don't really like working with it, and I try to use it in projects because I'm trying to use it up. But here I have my lovely collection of my Sculpey clay, and this stuff does not dry out. I have prepared my bobby pin. Got all this scrap clay, and I'm sure this is just an amalgamation of other colors. This is really neat because it goes a little translucent when you bake it. So we might use some of that too. It's so workable, it's not even funny. I mean, of course I've got to condition it first, which just means squishing it until it's malleable. What did I do here? Let's see. Oh, look at these, these old earrings that I made. Cute. I should wear these. These are kind of fun. Yeah, why do I never wear these? This is super Sculpey, and it can even be added to other clays to soften them a little bit. It's so easy to condition. I have all of our little sticks covered. And now for a wee bit of a bonus run, I'm gonna take this and cover up the wire up to the little nibs. Now this one's a bit of an experiment. I haven't done this before, but I think it's gonna be cute. All right, now I'm gonna take this little ball of clay and I'm gonna make it into a leaf. I'm gonna make a little sprout. This is unnecessary. You can just paint the veins on. I think the lines would look cool too. I'll work on refining that. Point the end a little bit and make another one. And we've got these attached. It's a little wonky, but I think it's gonna bake up just fine. I'm gonna go ahead and add caps to these guys and come back after. Okay, this guy is completed. He's not been baked yet, which is why he's so wobbly. Taking a quick break from creating mushrooms to say, oh my gosh, I finally finished this painting. Look at it. Isn't this dog beautiful? It's a part of a series of commissions that I'm doing for a friend that I met through my job. Here's another one. Here's another one. I think my favorite part on all of these is the noses, because I just love how like three-dimensional they look. And then there's the last one. All these lovely bird dogs. There was another one that I did as well. There was one more, but I've already given that one to them because it was a Christmas present. Anyway. Let's go pick out some greens. I present Willie and Waylon, the goodest of boys. So I baked these for about an hour and they all turned out really nice. Even the experiment, oh my gosh, look at it. Oh my gosh, so cute, so cute. I'm gonna prime these Not that that's strictly speaking necessary, but I am going to do that. I'm also going to sand off all the shiny bits so that they're a little smoother. Each of these has about 3 layers of primer, and I'm eager to go ahead and start painting, so I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to start with doubles. Yeah. These are old ones that I'm just going to repaint because I didn't love the paint job. If you can imagine it, this paint job was a little messier than this one, and this one's pretty messy. Now granted, nothing in nature is perfect, and these are very cute regardless, but I want to repaint them to make them a little nicer. Here goes nothing. I'm starting with kind of a warm ochre, which is going to, when I start the dry brushing later, kind of bring out some more lively colors so it doesn't look so flat. After that initial coat of beige, I'm gonna come in on the underside and do a deep brown for the gills. That's actually turning out pretty good. Next, I'm gonna take a darkish red and just paint the caps. Oh, also, these are not meant to be like photorealistic by any means. These are just cute mushrooms. You can make these any color you want. These aren't even fully accurate because they've got the brown gills, but I don't think I'm gonna make all of these red. To start adding some depth, I'm just gonna take this lighter color and just brush it around the edge, or if you want to use like a sponge, that would probably work great. I swapped out my brush for a little bit of makeup brush action, and it's working really well to smoothly lay these colors down. So I'm just doing an orange on the edges, not even really bothering to dry brush since this brush is so good at blending, and then go in with the bright red right in the middle. With a similar concept, I'm doing the same thing to these white mushrooms. I'm just keeping it kind of light and dusty all over. This dark brown at the very bottom, kind of blend it in. And now I'm just gonna go in with a very fine brush to add some lines. I've mixed up a color just slightly lighter than the last one, and I'll go mostly right in the middle just to add little highlights. It's so much easier to add the texture into the mushroom itself rather than the paint, because this is fine, but it just takes longer than it needs to. If I just put the texture in clay itself, I wouldn't have to spend the time doing this. Just depends on what you want to spend your time doing, whether you want to spend your time adding more details painting or sculpting. These were originally sculpted to be sold at a market, so I was probably feeling rushed. Probably didn't add a whole bunch of detail either way because I was making, you know, like 20 mushrooms at a time. A lot of which I ended up selling, but obviously these did not sell probably because they were a little sloppy. But I'm going to be a lot happier with them after this repaint, I think. Yeah, that looks nice. I think I'm going to soften the edge here, just going outwards, just to help blend it in a little. All it takes is patience, a little bit of patience, a steady-ish hand. If you can't manage steady, then maybe a fast hand. What I'm trying to tell you is these are not difficult to make. They're so freaking cute. Okay, now with our tiny brush, and this is the finishing step, so it's very special. We take just a little bit, the tiniest hint, and we just, oh yeah, oh yeah, there it is. Is it necessary? No, but I think it adds just that little extra something something. Now these are pretty much done. Time to finish the others. So we have these all lightened up. Now all we need to do is add the dirt at the bottom, and then details to the gills, and then probably some spots on top. So I went back over with dark to light, kind of a gradient, and then I went back over the edges with the orange to kind of soften the separation between this and the brown, and then on the underside I did the same thing with kind of a gray color. Now all that I really need to do is add the dots and then add my last little touch of green. So I'm going to start with like a beigey color, and I might do a white after that, depending on how this goes. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Oh, I like this better than the other ones for sure. Just for reference, again, very messy paint job. Very much less messy paint job. A little bit of green. There you go. That's it. And just like that, they are all complete. A couple favorites. This is so fun. I feel like if I saw this out in the wild, I would have to take a pause and make sure that no little fairies are in the grass. Also, very cute, very magical. I even adore the sprout. These are some of the old ones. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a little model shot for the final reveal, and then, yeah, call it a day. Hey. I wanted to say a quick thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, week, month. Also, yes, I definitely had to pick a tick off of me already. It was not attached, but it was on me. I found something in the woods. I don't know what it was. I'll put it in the bloopers. I don't know how it got there. It's very creepy looking. Not trying to bury the lead, I'll show you. I just don't know how to describe it. Anyway, fun project. One thing, you should definitely seal these if you make them, because at least if you live in a humid environment like we do, the paint might stick to each other a little bit. Like these in my pocket, you can see a little bit of red paint on this one, just because I had them like smushed together in my pocket. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I know I probably should have gotten dolled up for this, but this is as dolled up as I wanted to get for today. If you need me, I will be working on my next YouTube video, which is coming soon, and wearing at least 4 of these in my hair at once. So, thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Did you find a killie? Is that a frog? What is that? Oh! Oh! Is it a frog? Oh, it is a frog! Oh my god, hi! What in the frick is that? What is that? And why is it in my yard? That trash looks haunted. I literally just saw this. What? What? Who did this? What is this? Oh my god. I don't think we put that here. God. There's wire in these, so they're like a little bit whoops, I just broke it.